Hey folks, hope you're well. It's been a weird week this week because everyone's been winding down. It's just been a week of everything finishing, and Emily's just had her last day at school for a couple of weeks. Ollie's just finished his first week of being off and just doing nothing. Ben's got a week off now, I assume. I don't know really how nurseries work. Claire's got a week off and I'm going to work. I'm just working as usual for another week, or well, for another however long it is. But it was end of year, so work went from being like to just, oh, it's April now, let's crack on. Still billions of things to do and very, very busy, but a different mentality entirely. So today was just odd. But yeah, I am having a decent week all told. It's been very laid back in terms of evenings and chilled out in terms of fun. Work's just been normal work. And then yesterday, those of you who you've heard me talking about my Twitch a lot. You know, I've been talking about what I've been doing on Twitch, what I've been playing. I've been playing FTL. It's a game that came out in like, I don't know, 2010, I think. And I really loved it, but I was terrible at it. Could not complete it. It's actually the first thing I did a YouTube series on. I'll pop it up on the thing that pops up along here. I don't know what side, one of the sides. I can't remember whether it flips it or what. But anyway, on my camera, it's there. So I did a YouTube series of me trying to complete it and failed miserably with both the game and the YouTube series. I just stopped doing them after a certain amount of time because I just felt like it wasn't going anywhere and I couldn't complete it. So I thought when I was trying to set everything up, right, I'll get that game on, I'll play that, it'll be fun, people will watch, we'll have a chat. That's what I kind of needed. I wanted to be able to have a chat with people while I did it, and I wanted to be able to kind of die and start again, and it'd be part of the journey with everyone. On YouTube, it just felt like there was entire videos where I failed, and I was just kind of like, people aren't going to enjoy that. So yeah, I did this streaming stuff on Twitch with it, and it was a massive failure at first. I kept just failing again and again and again and again and again. And I went and watched a guy called Life is a Burrito, I think his name was, on Twitch, who was on his 60th game in a row of completing the game back to back on a harder mode and everything. And he just did it with he was basically seeing if he could change ships every time and complete it again. And he was trying to get to the world record in the late 90s of completing it that many times. I was struggling to complete it once on easy with the base ship that you get for playing the game, which should in theory be a reasonably simple win because it's the starting point for the game. I did read that not many people have actually completed this game, so I'm not alone, but I played the heck out of it. It became a meme. It became such a meme 10 years ago that every time I brought it up every so often, it would be like, oh, this again, you're never going to complete it. But yesterday, I had a good feeling. Lots of people have said to me, today's the day, Sheepdog, you're going to do it. Today's the day you're going to complete it. And I sat down and I did a run from start to finish and I bloody completed it. I shouted so loud that I actually had to Google, can loud noises break microphones? Honestly, I shouted, I was cheering. Claire said when I went downstairs afterwards that she actually went outside to check that there wasn't something going on. She sort of looked out the window and looked out the door just to see if there was something going on out there. Oliver said, yeah, no, I heard you were making all sorts of noises. I think Ben started coughing to let me know that he was awake, but I couldn't bloody believe it. I was buzzing. After finishing, I went downstairs and I was just like, I can't believe that happened. I watched the end back just to kind of see it all unfold because I think I was having a bit of an out of body experience, which I've never had with a game before. That's so silly really in one way and so like awesome in another, because there's never been a game that I've kept going back to try and complete, and I just bloody did it, didn't I? So yeah, that was a massive relief, a massive lift. No one really at home got it. They were kind of like, okay, whatever. Ollie was like, you didn't complete it. And I was like, I did. I had to show him. But people online, I've been getting messages all last night and all today just saying, well done, mate, congrats, all of this. It's like I've had a baby or something. It's quite funny. But yeah, no, it's been, I do feel good. It does leave me with the question of what on earth, I mean, I'm playing Chrono Trigger as my other game that I'm playing, but other than that, what on earth am I going to do? I started panicking today and got on to PC Specialist and said, where am I in the queue? And, you know, how many do you actually get delivered every week so that I can roughly work out how long this is going to take? Now, I went on the PC Specialist forum, and there are people on there saying, oh, I upped my graphics card from one version to another, paid 200 quid, and now mine's been built, it's been dispatched, I'm getting it tomorrow. Someone else had said they'd switched to this AMD graphics card that was a different build, and they were getting theirs immediately. There were people being offered the AMD one for no extra cost, or the better one for £200, and there's not that much difference between those two, except one doesn't have a feature that the other does. So I was kind of up mulling it all around. I've been watching YouTube videos, I've been reading opinions. I've established I don't want the AMD one because it can't do this thing that all the Nvidia cards can do. But I ended up asking PC specialists. I said to them, look, your forum is full of people saying you've just got a shipment today, you're not getting a shipment till June, that there's a massive queue, that there's no queue, that it's all fine. If I spend more, I'll get it, that you don't care, that you do care. I was like, please give me some guidance on where I am. They've asked me not to share where I am in the queue, but it's not too bad, I think. My mate was like, Jesus, that's a lot. And I was like, I don't think that's a lot. I don't know. They did tell me that they get something like 15. He said basically they've ordered thousands of them. And he said they get like between 15 and 50 every 1 to 2 weeks. And he was like, so we'll get to you at some point soon. And I've kind of worked out it'll be between, like, best case scenario, it'll be 2 weeks, and worst case scenario, it'll be 6 or 7. So I was just like, oh, that puts me in a really rubbish position of having to. I mean, I'm really enjoying playing Chrono Trigger, and I know from talking to people that they don't really care what I'm playing. It's just about, you know, chilling out and having a chat and having a laugh and joking and whatever and following it loosely. You know, people aren't sat there glued to it going, what's happening? And I've been analysing a lot of other people's streams, you know, watching Kev's. People like the jokes with players. They like a bit of the dramatic stuff, like a cup final, or is he going to win the league, or is he going to get the sack? But they're not there watching a mid-season game going, oh, come on, you got to win this game. It's kind of like, oh, you scored. And it's like, oh, did I? Oh, I was too busy chatting about mortgages and stuff. And that's the stuff that I love. I love just having a chat about nonsense in the chat with people. So I'm not too worried, but I was really looking forward to just getting stuck into some proper games, meaty stuff, you know, being able to multiplayer with people, whatever, blah, 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 hopefully get stuff working. So it occurred to me that actually the thing that I could do, the thing that I've just figured out, so basically I know I might have a month and a half. It might be mid-May that I get this device. I'm in a weird position, actually, where I've realised that the garage man is doing the garage in mid-May. The computer's arriving in mid-May. But we're going away at the end of May for a week. And I'm a little bit like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is the garage and the PC going to arrive and then we're going away for a week? Like, could that be any worse timing? I was really looking forward to the holiday, and now I'm like, you son of a mongoose. So it may end up being that it all arrives, I do a big stream, and then I go away for a week, or I kick everything off when I get back. But I was just like, that has really, really upset me now. Like, what a way to turn a holiday into a bad thing. Because I was all talking about how I was going to book a week off around the time I got the computer and do a load of streaming and a load of creating and stuff. And yeah, I've already got a week off then, and I'm away on it. So it's like, a little bit of me's like, maybe Boris can ban holidays for just a little bit longer and I'll push it back. But no, we do need this holiday. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. I don't even know if we're allowed to go. I don't know what the rules are. Obviously, we're only allowed to stand in gardens at the moment. So by May, it might not be possible to go. I mean, it might be possible to go to this place, but it might be rubbish. It's basically the same problem we had last year where, you know, we can go there, but nothing's going to be open and we're basically going to be sat just twiddling our thumbs. So who knows? I mean, that'd be a good opportunity to take the PC with me and just sit in a different building entirely and play games and stuff. But getting more to my point, it suddenly occurred to me, I was like, if only I had another machine. If only I had a machine that could run games like Fall Guys or, you know, Among Us when there's a new map or that kind of thing. I mean, I could play that on the iPad, but I was like, if only there was another machine in the house that could stream some games, maybe, if I tested it just to see what could happen. And then I realised that Emily's got a pretty new laptop in her room that I spent slightly extra on so that she could play games. Not brand new games, but like, she was playing sort of relatively, the most recent Sims game works like on Ultra on it, I think, which I know the most recent Sims game is a good 10 plus years old, but it runs on Ultra. So in theory, I can run relatively decent. You know, if I was thinking about a game like XCOM, and I was like, I could run that on it maybe. So I'm going to test it basically. I'm going to fire it up and see if it works. If I can test Fall Guys and that works, way. You know, if I can test XCOM and that works, brilliant. I had a word with Emily. I said, can I borrow your laptop 3 nights a week for the foreseeable six to 7 weeks? And she said, yeah, of course you can. I was like, okay, cracking. Cannot believe I didn't think of this sooner. Cannot believe it didn't occur to me. I do feel like an absolute simpleton, but yeah, it's progress. It's good. It's exciting. It means that I am one step closer. I feel like I'm slowly upgrading to the point where eventually I'll have the PC in the room and it'll all be good. But it's annoying when you suddenly think of something that's so obvious it was staring you in the face and everyone's like, oh yeah, I didn't think of that. And it's like, well, I wasn't expecting you to think of it. You're not mental like me and you're obsessing about this. I am, and it didn't occur to me, too close to it. But yeah, fingers crossed. I'm really hoping if I just fire up Fall Guys, tell it to stream to Twitch, that it'll just go, yeah, that'll work, in green, all good, internet can handle it, job done. If the laptop crumbles under the weight of it, then I guess I'm just waiting. I'll go back to playing the games on the Mac and just taking it easy. But yeah, slight progress. I was really hoping, there was a talk of a PC specialist getting a shipment today, and I was really hoping they'd just receive like enough for me to be pushed through. But I haven't had any emails. I haven't had any acknowledgement. I mean, I might still find out Friday next week. It's a bit bizarre. I'd imagined I'd have the PC weeks before the garage, and I would be really rolling on it, and I'd be sat here with it all set up, just going for it, and then I'd migrate into the garage a little bit after I'd sorted it out. But it's cool if it happens at the same time. It's all good. It just feels weird being in this limbo position. I mean, we've all been in limbo, haven't we? It's not just me in this wanting to stream stuff, content creating thing. We're all in limbo for being able to go out anywhere. I was trying to read the rules. I don't know what the rules are. Getting off gaming stuff, and let me know in the comments if you're okay with all of this. You know, I'm worried that a lot of you tend to be here for the Ollie stuff. A lot of you tend to be here for just the family chatty stuff, and then some of you are here through the gaming stuff and the Twitch stuff, and I don't know how much of those numbers all align, or whether some of you just watch because you want to hear what's going on, you want to chat. But I don't know where the rules stand now. Like, can I go to my mum's garden on Easter and just hang out and say hello? Part of me's thinking, if I can, I might get Claire to drive us over there, and I'll take some of this red wine I've had sitting in the house for months. I got red wine that I've had since Christmas, and Claire doesn't drink red wine, and I thought, right, we'll have Claire's parents or my parents or both over, and we'll just smash through it all. So I'm just like, oh, Sunday or a day soon, we could just go over there, couple of bottles of red wine, hammer it, and then Claire can drive me home because she doesn't drink wine. She can stay sober. I can get drunk with my mum. When we used to visit her down in Essex, that used to be it. Like, everyone would go to bed and me and my mum would just be drinking wine, and then we'd start talking about the news or politics or religion or something, and then I'd get a text from Claire going like, stop arguing about silly stuff. And it wouldn't be a proper argument, but it'd just be us debating some topic or another, or just chatting. But she'd ask me how my mates are getting on, and I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, but you like, how often do you talk to him? I'm like, every day. Like, have you heard from your friend recently? And I'm like, yeah, I'm in a WhatsApp group with him where we chat literally 24/7. I go to bed texting him about something. I wake up texting him about something. I text them in every break all day, constantly. You know, I'm actually I'm in a football group, a geek stuff group, a Pokemon group, a just chat group, a group about our trip away, and individual chats with the same 8 people. it's ridiculous. I've got 8 people that I use for WhatsApp, really, and I've got like probably 12, 15, maybe even more chats going, and they're always going. So she says to me, how are they all getting on? And I'm like, I don't know how their job's going. I don't know if they're seeing anyone. I don't know where my friend lives at the moment. I didn't ask. Like, last I asked, one of my friends moved to one of the Switzerland or Sweden. He lives somewhere there. And I'm like, I don't know where he lives in that place. All I know is that he was telling me that if he wants to be disobedient, if he wants to do a bit of civil disobedience, he'll cross the road when the red man's on, because apparently that's massively illegal there. That might help you narrow down which country, I don't know. I thought it was illegal everywhere, to be honest, but it makes me laugh because she'll just be grilling me. How's so-and-so doing? How's this doing? Are any of them getting married? I'm like, I don't know how their relationships are going. I don't talk about that. We're sat there talking about which of the Avengers is the best Avenger, and, you know, trying to debate whether Captain America is a top 10 Marvel character or not. I don't think he is, personally, in my opinion, but that kicked off a lot of people. You know, it's funny, isn't it? So yeah, we'll be just getting drunk on wine while she's going through a cycle of questions. She also has a flick book of questions, and I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. So that's what I want to do. I want to go around there and just drink, because, as I say, the stuff that Claire likes to drink, well, to be fair, I drink anything, but she doesn't drink what I like. So yeah, I need my mum. I need my mum to help drink wine with me. We've got, as I say, there's just too much of it. It needs doing. Could have the in-laws round as well, but they don't get for as much as me and my mum. It makes us sound terrible. I mean, I am exaggerating a little bit. So yeah, other than that, I kind of want to know whether we can go around there, because Claire's not seen their house, and I know the rule is you're only allowed to go through to get to the garden and to use the toilet. So I sort of said to Claire, if we all go through their house to the garden and then you nip to the toilet that's the other side of the house, you can have a look through the whole house on your way and just see it all, and then we can sit in their nice garden. We are visiting her parents at some point for going in their garden, which will be fun. I can't remember what they were saying, unlimited households outside, wasn't it, as well? So maybe we'll find a park. But yeah, it's exciting to think we're actually allowed to see each other. My dad did promise that once he was allowed in our garden, he would put up we've got a plaque with our address on it, which I realise means I'm never going to be able to film the front of my house again, because it's got the house number and the road number on it, and everyone knows I live in Market Deeping, so it's like, yeah, that's a bit of a faux pas, wasn't it? But Claire just saw one and liked it, so now it's like, okay, our entire address is written on the door. I mean, I know if you get there and you physically see it, you've obviously figured it out because you're standing there, but I just got to be aware of it in the back of my mind always now, that if I'm filming I don't film outside there often. If I was filming my Christmas lights, I'd have to be like, cover that up or blur that out. Just nonsense things I don't really have to worry about, but I will. It'll be just there nagging me constantly. He's promised to put that up, and I need his help with some other bits in the garden that I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll get them round here and then get my mum on all the wine, and my dad can be the designated driver. The wine can be cleared out anyway. But no, if I did it that way, my mum would bring wine and then I'd end up with more wine, which shouldn't sound like a problem, but it would be, because I wouldn't be able to drink it until we were both together again. I didn't buy this one. It was like a present from work that just I've not been able to get in. It looks really nice. But Christmas was postponed, wasn't it? Everyone kind of said you can't have Christmas together and all of that. I'm kind of going off on a massive tangent here, aren't I? But other than that nonsense, our plans for this weekend are basically take the kids to a park, let them run around. I don't know whether I'm going to go or whether I'm going to sit at home and stream. That might be when I decide to test, because me going online with the computers is meaning that Emily and Oliver have to use 4G on their devices. Ben's in bed, and Claire has to. I've managed to get our old Skybox working on Freeview, so she'll sit there watching like Channel 4 on standard definition, not using any internet, because she's an absolute saint, bless her. I come down earlier yesterday, and she was watching that, and the big case that's going on in America at the moment on her phone, and I was like, bless you, like you're sat there trying to get as much information as you can without any internet from the house, and it was still shaky because my laptop's a piece of junk. So yeah, it's bless her. They've all been very understanding and very supportive of me, and then I reward them by screaming my head off really loudly and waking them all up. But no, anyway, I think that's all that's really happened. There's not been any news. We have booked our floor to be replaced in our living room and garage when it's done. Claire was excited to book that. She's been getting samples of floor constantly. I keep getting these little wood things through the post. Just like one of them, it's funny, one of them was called Bosco, and I was like, well, we have to buy the Bosco floor. Like it's a sign. And then I was really like delighted to see that it only cost like 12 quid a piece. But the bloke who came round, I think, kind of convinced her that it wasn't as good as it seemed or whatever. So we've ended up going for one that's marginally more. But he did give us a discount on that, to be fair. So, yeah. My rudeness, I think I said before, I feel like I was a little bit rude because I was preoccupied with coming up to record something, and I just kind of went, right, I'm off, see you, and left. And I just thought like maybe that probably didn't do us any favours, but apparently Claire said he's giving her a discount. Maybe he felt sorry for her being married to me, but yeah. It's another job, another thing that's going to happen in 6 weeks' time. Honestly, 6 weeks. I mean, that's what made Claire suddenly realise we might not even be here, which would be quite cool. If we could coincide it with us going away, I mean, it'd be a pain in the backside for my in-laws probably, and my parents, because they maybe have to do shifts just coming over here and hanging out. But it'd be quite cool to empty out the living room, empty out the garage, go away for a week and come back and it have been completely redone. That'd be amazing. I'm slightly nervous about them cutting a hole in the wall and all of that stuff while we're here. I mean, that's going to be a dusty mess, isn't it? I'm going to have to use the back door and all of this. It's just, I've never been in a house that's had major works done before, I don't think. I can't ever remember being in a house that's having something big done. And there'd be like builders on site and all of that. I always feel guilty because I'm like, should I be offering them? I don't remember to drink in the day myself. You know, Claire came home the other day and I was like, oh my God, just you walking in the door and I was going to offer you a cup of tea. I've just realised I've not had anything to drink in 9 hours. Today, she actually came home. She said she was getting a baguette for us and she came home and then I just hadn't thought about it and I'd forgotten to eat. And by the time we actually ate, I was just like, I feel like I'm going to pass out. I haven't drank or eaten anything. So having builders on site, I'm going to be like, do I offer them tea? Is this the amount of time that people need between cups of tea? Should I just keep offering them tea? Should I just let them use a PowerPoint to set up their own kettle and just, I don't know, where would they get the water? So I don't know what to do. I don't even know if they're allowed because of COVID. I mean, maybe we'll have to talk to him. Maybe I'll have to just say to him, to be honest, mate, I don't know how all of this works. Fundamentally, on a human level, I don't know how these day-to-day things work. And you're going to have to tell me because I won't figure it out on my own. I'll come out and they'll all have just shriveled up and turned to dust because I didn't give them a drink in 7 days. I mean, they are going home in between, so they could drink them. But yeah, I don't want to kill our builders. I kind of want them to just be, you know, all right. I imagine if they were dying of thirst, they'd probably ask, or nip to the Tesco's nearby. But I don't know what to do. Anyway, I am going off on tangents there. Everything's good. The kids are good. Ollie's in a really happy mood today. Emily's relieved she's got time off. She's very happy. Ben's in a happy mood. Claire's excited because she's off for the next, 10 days. And I am obviously in a good mood talking nonsense. That's what I like to do. So yeah, that's your lot, I think. Other than that, I've got podcasts tomorrow. Hoping Kev's all right. He's going for a COVID test earlier, which has been oddly making me nervous all day. I just thought, I hope he's all right. I don't want him randomly getting ill right at the end of COVID. That'd be ridiculous. But yeah, I've been waiting for an update from him because A, is he doing the podcast? But B, just is he all right? But yeah, that's a nightmare. I feel like I've almost jinxed it by thinking that I don't know anyone who's been massively affected by it. My sister's been affected by it, but hopefully not too bad. She seems okay. She's had it. She's got some after effects, but she seems okay. I'm hoping that's fine. If that's as bad as it gets, I wish it wasn't her, but you know, it's a relief that it's not too bad. Anyway, I am going massively off on mum now. Let me know how your weeks went. Let me know how your weekend is going to go. How's your Easter looking? Have you got many eggs? I've got an egg from Claire. My mum said she was getting me an egg. So I reckon, yeah, I might actually have 2 eggs. I haven't had an Easter egg in 5+ years, I reckon. Because my mum would kind of just go, I'll send you the money to buy the kids some. And then I'd just be like, right, they've got theirs. I'm not going to bother getting myself one. But this year, 2 should be good. It's like 200% increase, more than that, because I don't know what the percent. I'm waffling again. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to stop talking because this is getting long and I've got to edit it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon. Hope you're all well. Let me know in the comments how you're getting on. And my next vlog will be on Tuesday. So yeah, cheers. See you soon. Bye.